What's up with it? Your boy Jay Merv of the Not the Happiest Place podcast. Welcome to another episode of What's on Jay's Mind. Now, I gotta laugh about this one because one of you guys asked me the question. You said, "Hey, when we were wearing the Mickey Fist, the union buttons, what was really going on through the minds of management?" And when I tell you this, management or the company, whatever, lost their marbles. I was at home and they called for a mandatory meeting, a Zoom meeting with labor relations, employee relations, HR, like everybody that was in management had to be on this call. And basically what they discussed was, hey, I don't know if it was like union negotiations or the strike or whatever was going on at the time. But those buttons, they basically told us anybody who we saw wearing that button, tell them to take it off. They were really, really afraid of those buttons because to me, it showed that you guys were in unity, that you guys were standing up for what you believed in it. And I freaking loved it. I was sitting back like, man, all this over a button. But I know there was a bigger picture. But a lot of you guys came down to the office, and I remember seeing you with the button on, and anybody that knows, I'd be like, hey, they tripping about that button. I mean, I just want to get caught on it on. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care. That's when they really started wanting to enforce stupid rules. Like even I used to have buttons on my vest with Oswald. You know what I mean? It was a happy Oswald, a mad Oswald, or a confused Oswald, whatever I was feeling at the day. But when I tell y'all, the whole meeting was just about trying to silence you guys. I know a lot of you guys at the lockers, you put up little flyers and things of the union. We would actually have to go around and take those off. If we saw it somewhere, wherever locker it was in, we would have to go and remove it. That's what we were told. We were told to write you guys up, started documenting conversations with you guys with those buttons on. You know what I mean? That's just facts. That's what happened. That's what it was. I mean, like, it was, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was just one of those things like, hey, man, these people getting upset. You might want to stop effing with them. You know what I'm talking about? But I remember just sitting in the office where we were in custodial, and it was like, oh well, they have one up in utility. And I'm like, okay, like I ain't getting involved in that. You know what I'm talking about? I'll go talk to them about it. If it shows up again, I got too much going on to be sitting here trying to police that whole thing. But that was more so like the other managers, like Sebastian and them, that were really like trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like show that they were, we're going to get the cast members. I mean, they're bozos anyway, but yeah, man, you guys really scared the company and management with those. You know what I'm talking about? And there was one guy, and I'm not going to mention his name, but he was so hardcore, like, like he was like this dude. I used to laugh because I knew he would be a great lead. I knew he would be a great trainer, but they wouldn't give him the opportunity. Regardless of people, regardless of who liked him or not, he was a stand-up dude and he knew what he was talking about. And this cat made managers look stupid. When they called for a shop steward and they called for this guy, he would ask all the right questions, which basically made him one of the targets why management didn't like him. He knows who he is. He knows exactly who he is. But kudos to you, dude. But yeah, man, that yo, you guys had people nervous with those, Disney Mickey fist buttons and things of that nature. But yeah, man, that time was wild. I mean, all you guys had targets on your back, and we were told to write you up and do all of this stuff, and even fire you if you didn't, if you didn't get with the program, as they say. So yeah, man, that's what that was.